Information and communication technology skills. Overview. Learning objectives. By the end of this topic, you will be able to understand the basics of ICT, recognize the role of ICT in daily life, identify common ICT tools, understand the components of a computer system, identify computer ports and motherboard components, understand different operating systems, functions of an operating system. Understand the history and working of the Internet, Internet applications and services. Understand email and social media tools. Recognize the goals of the Digital India Initiative. Information and communication technology. Information and communication technology. Information technology means using computers, software, and the Internet to store, get, and send information. Communication technology means sharing information using networks, like the Internet or mobile networks. When we put both together, it becomes information and communication technology. ICT helps us share, store, and access different types of information like text, pictures, audio, video, and more using digital devices. Role of ICT in personal life. ICT is part of many things we do every day. How ICT helps in personal life. Shopping. We can shop online without going to a store. It saves time and often gives better prices. Communication. We can talk to family and friends through emails, video calls, and social media, even if they are far away. Entertainment. Earlier we watched TV, but now we can watch movies and shows online whenever we want. Education. We can learn through online classes, even from schools and colleges in other countries. Healthcare. Computers help doctors keep records and use machines for better diagnosis. Some surgeries also use AI. Socializing. ICT helps us remember birthdays and stay in touch with old friends through social media. Getting information. Instead of just using books, we can now search the Internet for any information we need. In professional life, ICT has changed the way we work. Many people now work from home and use technology for their daily tasks. How ICT helps in professional life. Record keeping. Offices use software to store employee details, leaves, taxes, and other important data. E-commerce. Businesses sell products online, reaching more people and making shopping easier. Accounting. Companies use software to manage their accounts, prepare balance sheets, and check profits. E-banking. Banking is now online. We can transfer money or open accounts without going to the bank. ICT tools. These are some commonly used ICT tools. Computers. Used to do many tasks and are very important in today's world. Radio and television. These are still used and are now part of online media too. They help in shopping, spreading awareness, and sharing messages. Internet and emails. The internet gives us information on anything. Emails make it easy to send and receive messages quickly. Smartphones and tablets. These are not just phones, they work like computers and can be used for many purposes. Components of ICT. There are 6 main parts of ICT. Data. The raw information we give to a system. Example, marks entered for a student. Procedures. Steps or methods used to process data. Example, software that creates a report card from the marks. Information. The final output or result after processing data. Example, the ready report card. People. The users who enter data and use the results. Example, a teacher or office staff. Software. The programs used in ICT systems. Examples, MS Word, MS Excel, Visual Basic. Hardware. The physical parts of a computer system. Examples, keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, hard drive. What is a computer? A computer is an amazing machine that helps us do many tasks easily. It is an electronic device that takes input, processes it, and gives output in a specific format. It can also save the processed data to use later. A computer is made of 2 major components. Hardware. Hardware includes all the parts of the computer that we can touch and see. Examples, keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, motherboard, etc. Software. Software is a set of instructions that tells the computer to perform tasks. For example, when you buy a phone, the phone itself is hardware, and the apps inside are software. There are 2 types of software. System software. It manages and controls the hardware and acts as a link between the user and the computer. Examples of system software include operating systems like Windows, macOS, Linux, Android, iOS. Tools like file managers and disk formatters. Application software. It helps users do specific tasks. Microsoft Word for typing and editing documents. Microsoft Excel for calculations and creating charts. Basic operations of a computer. Computers perform 4 basic operations: input, process, output, and storage. Let's look at each of these in detail. Input. This is the raw data we give to the computer. This data is collected using input devices like a keyboard, mouse, scanner, or microphone. Process. The CPU changes the raw data into useful information. Output. This is the final result shown to the user through output devices like a monitor, printer, and speakers, etc. Storage. Storage is the process of saving data for future use on secondary storage devices such as hard drives, flash drives, or cloud storage services like Google Drive or OneDrive. Input process output cycle. The entire operation of a computer revolves around the input-process-output cycle. Input is given using input devices. Process. CPU processes the data. Output. Output is shown using output devices. Storage. Data can be saved for later. Information. Sometimes, the output becomes the input for more processing. Characteristics of a computer. Computers have several key characteristics that make them indispensable in modern life. Speed. Computers are very fast and can do millions of tasks in 1 second. Speed is measured in hertz. Accuracy. Computers give correct results if correct data is given. If the wrong input is given, the output will also be wrong. Reliability. Computers are dependable. Example, flight bookings and online shopping use computers to give correct and safe information. Storage. Computers can store a lot of data in a small space for a long time. Versatility. Computers are used in many forms: smartphones, ATMs, tablets, GPS, medical machines, etc. Input devices. Input devices. Input devices are tools that help us give data or commands to a computer. The most common ones are the keyboard and mouse. Let's learn about some of these devices. Keyboard. It is used to type letters, numbers, and symbols into the computer. Mouse. It is called a pointing device because it moves a pointer on the screen. Scanner. A scanner copies written notes, pictures, or photos into a digital format. Microphone. A microphone turns sound into digital audio that can then be saved or edited on the computer. Light pen. A light pen looks like a regular pen and connects to the screen, senses the light from the screen to know where you are pointing, to draw or select items directly on the screen. Touch screen. A touch screen lets you touch the screen to give input. Barcode reader. A barcode is a group of lines on products. Magnetic ink character recognition. A microphone turns sound into digital audio that can then be saved or edited on the computer. Brief history of the Internet. In 1969, the ARPANET was created by the US Department of Defense's ARPA. It was first used for communication by the military and universities. In January 1983, ARPANET started using the TCP or IP protocol and was renamed the Internet. It then became available to the public in the US, connecting many computers and networks. The Internet grew over time and became known as the network of networks, spreading to other countries. In 1990, a computer scientist named Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web, which made it easier to access information using hyperlinks and hypertext. After that, the Internet became an important part of daily life. How does the Internet work? The working of the Internet is as follows. At home, your computer or smartphone connects to the Internet through an Internet service provider. When you type a website address in your browser, your device sends a request to a web server for information. The web server sends the information in small parts, called packets, using a rule called Hypertext Transfer Protocol. These packets travel quickly through the Internet using Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. Your device receives and joins the packets to show the full information on the screen. All of this happens in just a fraction of a second. Terminologies of the Internet. Some of the important terms related to the Internet are: online, when your device is connected to the Internet; hyperlink or hypertext or link, a clickable word, image, or text that takes you to another page or website; webpage, a page on the Internet that has text, images, videos, or audio. It is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Website, a group of related web pages with a unique web address. Homepage, the first page of a website that gives links to other pages on that site. World Wide Web, a service on the Internet that includes web pages and websites connected by hyperlinks. It uses HTTP to access data. Web address or uniform resource locator, the address of a web page, like URLs, are turned into IP addresses using DNS. DNS, like a phone book of the Internet. It changes website names into IP addresses that computers understand. IP address, a unique number given to every device on a network. It helps send data to the right place. Applications of Internet. The internet is used in many areas of our daily life. Communication. Some of its main uses are: email, send and receive messages using an email address. Chatting, real-time text messages, like having a conversation. Video conferencing, talk and see people online, share screens, and work together. Searching information. Use search engines like Google to find information by typing keywords. Social networking. Websites like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn help people stay connected and share updates. Online games and entertainment. The internet has become a major source of entertainment, offering online games, movies, music, and even virtual musical instruments. E-commerce. Buy and sell goods and services online, making shopping easier. Education. Attend online classes, watch tutorials, take exams, and even earn degrees from home. Online banking. Do banking activities like sending money or checking balances over the internet. Health and medicine. Doctors and hospitals use the internet for patient records, online consultations, and live monitoring.